So let's take a look at a chronological resume. This is the sections of a chronological resume in which you use when you have a continuing history of employment, regular employment in the same field, and feel good about that employment. So you start out obviously with the name and the phone number and the email address, and you can also put the city and the state in which you live. That could be okay, if not the full address. You start up with your objective and what your objective is, and it can be anything. Obviously, it could be a part-time, a full-time job. It could be looking for a customer service representative, as we see here. It could be looking for an objective that states, I want to work at a certain corporation, stating the corporation as a certain position that you saw online. So the objective could be that, is as specific as that. Summary of qualifications. Now, these are difficult to write. They should be focused in on transferable skills and the history of where most of your larger skills capacities are. And so we'll in the future sections, we'll talk about how to write a summary of qualifications. Now, because it's a chronological resume, it's mostly about employment. And so here we have a list of at least three job titles. You might have more. Usually go back about 10 years, maybe longer if you have related experience that you need to accentuate past 10 years. But this is where the chronological resume features your best skills, your skills related to the job that you're applying for. So job title, employer name, and then you type in, obviously, the skills, the accomplishments, the experiences you've had, the technical skills, the language skills, the communication skills, the leadership skills, the delegation skills. What else can we think of here? Obviously, your professional work ethic, critical thinking and problem solving skills here, your digital, as I said, technical skills, and your teamwork. So you accentuate those skills here and you become very specific. And again, we'll talk about that in another section in the class. Finally, education is important. And this is, if you're a current student, this is how we suggest you put it down. If you've completed your degree, we can debate it a little bit and change it where you don't have completed number of credits out of 64. You just have associates in science or arts and the date in which you received it. And of course, any awards that you might have. Okay. And then community service. Especially as a student, you'll probably volunteered in a number of different places. And so you want to accentuate those. Obviously, they will project your community work, your volunteer work, how you made a commitment to the community, but it also relates some of the skills that you developed and the teamwork that you developed. And so this is a sample of a chronological resume.